record again?
I don't know. We'll see. I felt pretty good in practice just now, and yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be the fastest race of the year in most competition, and so I'm excited about it. And if the world record comes, then I'll take it. But I'm just going out there trying to win.
With Sue and Baker in the field and yourself, what time do you think is it going to take to win gold?
I don't know. I mean, it'll take something pretty fast. I'm honestly not sure. Maybe a world record, but somewhere in the low 6'4", 6'3", maybe. I'm not sure, but I know it'll be pretty fast, and that's pretty much just my goal, to try to come out with the win. So whatever time that takes, I'll take it.
Has the weather impacted your training or your travel or any of your preparations for this meet at all?
Nah, not really. You just got to bundle up a little bit more. You go outside, and when you get inside, everything's the same. You stay warm, but yeah, it's been pretty interesting weather out here. It's been pretty crazy.
There's been talk about you celebrating before the line, and is that something you did on purpose?
Nah, I didn't do it on purpose. It was kind of just happened. Like, I was just really excited, and the moment was so much pressure in the stadium, and I don't know, I was just really excited. It kind of just happened. I can't really control my emotions when I'm out there, so I don't know, it just happened, but I didn't plan it or anything.
With a race like that, for someone who has never run that fast, how would you describe the feeling of going out the blocks?
The feeling of getting out the blocks is kind of just the same. It's kind of just that's what I work on all the time, and so I kind of feel like I did in practice. You try to work on that so many times that it just becomes a natural feeling to you, and I kind of felt that a little bit, and it's still a lot of things that I can work on, but I mean, when I stand up and start running, that really just comes natural to me, and it's a great feeling. I wouldn't know how to describe it, but yeah, I mean, it feels. I don't know. It's a different feeling that obviously I've never felt before, but yeah.
So it's been a couple of weeks now since you broke the world record. Have you had time to sink in? I mean, how does it feel to know you've run that distance the fastest ever?
I mean, it's sunk in a little bit, but not really too much. I haven't really had time to just sit back and dwell on things like that. It's just I knew I had another big race coming up at the Nationals, and so I was just kind of focused on that right afterwards, and focused on figuring out everything about how I was going to get here, with the travel and everything, and with the logistics, and yeah, just focused on preparing for today, looking at the film, and working on things, and yeah, pretty much I didn't have time to just sit back or anything like that.
I know that you and your coach break down the film of every race you do, and even when you ran the world record in Clemson earlier this year, you said there was stuff to work on. What did you see from the 6:34 in Albuquerque? Is there anything else that you think you can still improve on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always stuff that you can improve on, and even when you do something right, like you feel like you did something right, it's always you can always try to go out and do something better and improve. And so I kind of just had that mindset going into anything that I do. It's always room to improve, and you can always get better, and you always listen to your coach to listen to what he has to say, and I think that's how you continue to run fast times and continue to get better.
Was there any area in particular from that race that you thought could still be improved?
My reaction time wasn't as fast as it's been. I kind of executed the start pretty well, like I wanted to, and I stood up and ran pretty well. But like I said, I mean, it's always things that I can work on. But I guess one thing that sticks out in particular was just my reaction, and I guess first 2 or 3 steps that I can really focus in on.
So last year was obviously a great year for you. This year started out fantastically. So what are your targets for the rest of 2018?
Just to get better. I mean, this is my first full professional season, and so for me, it's kind of a learning process and filling everything out and figuring out, what works for me, and everything is going to be new when I'm on the circuit and everything like that. So I'm just excited and ready to, show the world what I can do and continue to get better. And I don't have necessarily any time goals or anything that I'm specifically shooting for. I just want to overall, have a great season and improve, and really feel good going into the World Championships and Olympics coming up. So yeah.
What's your favorite thing about your event?
I just how competitive it is, and I feel like everybody gets excited about the sprinting events. It's something that pretty much everybody can relate to, even if you're not a fan of track. Everybody can relate to just starting and we're gonna run this far and see who's the fastest. Everybody can relate to that, and so I don't know. It's exciting. It's competitive, and I'm a competitor, and I like to go out and try to win. And so I don't know. I just like how excited it is and how intense it is, and I like trying to compete and win. So
there's certainly pressure on you as the world record holder to win this weekend, and not everyone responds positively to pressure. How do you try and use that positively?
For me, I just, like you said, I'd use it positively in terms of just, obviously I have the record, but I still have a lot to prove, not only to other people, but to myself, prove to myself that I can, actually continue to, run fast times and to continue to be better, get better. And so I just kind of use that as a motivation to stay on top of my game. Like you said, pressure can also be negative, and I don't really focus on that. I just focus on me, and every single meet just try to compete and win.
Is that target something that you've harnessed though? Is it something that actually you're starting to enjoy more? The faster you get, the bigger that target gets on your back?
I don't know. I guess I enjoy it. Having a lot of people, wanting to, try to, beat me and try to, take the gold medal. And I enjoy the competition. Like I said, I'm a competitor, and so I want to, be the best, and I want to, that's what I work so hard for. And so that's what comes with it, a bigger target. And I'm prepared, and I'm ready for it, and it's exciting, really. So, yeah.
There's always been so much talk about, Usain Bolt and trying to compare you to him and you being the next him. How do you feel about, stepping out of that shadow? Do you feel like you've well and truly done that now?
I think it'll always be, those kind of talks, just because, man, he's an icon. He's done so many things for the sport and really pushed the sport forward. And, of course, he has, world records. And so it'll always be those comparisons. But like you said, I want to kind of, step out, and I don't want to be the, next Usain Bolt. I want to be, Christian Coleman. And, in a few years from now, maybe have people saying, who will be the next, Christian Coleman. I just want to, leave my own legacy and, make my own trail. And so I guess that's what my journey is about right now. And I guess it's off to a pretty good start, and I just got to continue to keep going.
When you race, what do you think about?
Well, before the race, I kind of just think about what my coach, tells me right before the race what I need to focus in on. But honestly, I guess when the gun goes off, not really much goes through my head. I don't know. I'm just really focused and trying to get to the line first, and all the work that you put in, that's what comes into play at that point. So, not really thinking about much. The race is just so short. So, yeah.
You have 3 rounds all tomorrow. Do you have experience racing 3 times in one day? Is that an extra challenge for you to have, no break days or rest days in between or anything?
Not necessarily run the 60 3 times in one day, but honestly, coming from college, you run the 60, 200, 4x4, 4x1, all in one meet. And so I guess I am pretty, used to it, and I think I'll be prepared. And so everybody is, faced with the same challenge of running 3 times in one day. And so I'll make sure I'm prepared and ready.
Do you feel like that's an advantage coming from the NCAA system against some of these other athletes who maybe, aren't running that many events in a single meet?
I guess you can kind of look at it as an advantage of, that's kind of what we're used to of, running multiple events in one day. But, everybody has the same amount of time to prepare. And so I don't really look at it as an advantage. It's just what I've dealt with in the past. And this is a whole new year. And, everybody, like I said, has the same challenge. And so, I don't know, yeah.
Obviously, you're becoming more and more well-known. Do you think fame will change you? Has it changed? Has anything changed in your life?
Not really. I guess a couple more people might, notice me, and a lot of people that know me personally have said, they've watched me come from, where I came from and make it all the way this far, and it's inspired them, and that's honestly inspires me to keep going. And so I don't know. I don't think it'll change me at all. I think that it's also new to me, and I don't know. I don't think much will change, honestly.